Hello, I'm Father Douglas Guthrie, pastor of St. Luke the Evangelist Catholic Church in Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining us for Faith in Focus for Friday, February 20th. Well, we've started the season of Lent. This past Wednesday was Ash Wednesday, and I am going to brag, but I'm not bragging about me, I'm going to brag about y'all. We had more people for Ash Wednesday this year than we have had in a number of years. Thank you so much for the time and trouble of coming out, sharing your faith with all the other people in the church. You know, that's part of being a community and a congregation. We're sharing our faith with each other, we're supporting each other and receiving support from each other. And the thing I am proudest of is at the 9 a.m. Mass and the 7 p.m. Mass, we give ashes after the homily, and then we continue with the Mass. Usually what happens is 1/3 to 1/2 of the people leave after getting their ashes, and there's only about half the people left for Mass. It didn't happen like that this time. Most of the people who received ashes stayed for Holy Communion. Faith is growing in our parish. The Holy Spirit is at work, and people are saying yes to the Holy Spirit. That is what Lent is all about. Get closer to our God. The three main things the church encourages during Lent are prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. Now, we all know what prayer is. Prayer is praying. Well, you can't define a word by using that word, okay? Prayer is talking with God. The most basic definition is talking with God. You can read the Bible, and that can be a prayer. If you read the Bible and then you think to yourself, well, Lord, is this what you want me to do? Is this for me? Are you telling me something here? See, you're talking with God. The Bible is inspiring you. You know, the rosary is a traditional prayer. Going to Mass is a traditional prayer. If you prayerfully receive ashes, if it's not superstition but faith, it's a beautiful prayer. So let your prayer life develop. Don't just do the same thing the same way all the time. If it comforts you, do it, but maybe the Holy Spirit's calling you to something deeper. So let your prayer grow. Fasting. Fasting is eating less, giving up food and comfort, not just because God likes us to be hungry. That's not what fasting's about. Fasting is getting closer to God by saying, what's most important in my life? Sometimes we have crutches. You know, we grab a cookie, we grab a candy bar, we grab a Coke, we grab a bag of potato chips, the whole bag, okay? You know, it starts off with just a few and no. Is that what's important? Maybe our health is more important. Maybe thinking when we fast, we're hungry. And we can think to ourselves, what about the people who are hungry not because they choose to fast? They have no food, they have no money, they have no job. They're hungry because they're starving. That makes us more sensitive to others and more aware of ourselves. Priests are always asking for money or anything. But almsgiving is what we raise for I give up some of my pleasures. Maybe an extra fancy coffee. Give to someone who's really hungry. That's a beautiful act of charity. And it makes me a better person because I'm saying I'm not only caring about myself, I got to care about you too. And I don't really like you, but Jesus is saying I've got to learn to love you. See, prayer, fasting, and almsgiving, if you do them without thinking, they're just things.